What's going on, YouTube? Ferocity here. Hope you guys are doing well. XDefiant is receiving a massive update today. An update that sets to finally right some wrongs that XDefiant committed early on in the game's lifecycle, while also adding one of the most requested features into the game. So let's talk about it. The patch notes, as always, will be down below, and I will not be covering them point by point. Instead, I want to focus on three of my main takeaways: weapons, netcode, and PC performance. So let's dive into it. Right away with what is changing with the weapons. Players now earn progression XP for their currently equipped weapon when scoring objective points. Pretty much ever since XDefiant fully released, the community has banded together to say, we need our weapon XP to be earned not just through kills, but also through objective score, considering the fact that XDefiant is an objective-based game. It's taken a while, but that change is finally here. And I've got to be honest, this is a change that is extremely welcomed, and it will only make the weapon grind more enjoyable. Earning that pyroclastic weapon skin will be still a reward, but at least now it won't feel like such a grind. Moving on to some of the other points here with the weapons. They lowered the rates of fire for the AK-47, the ACR, by 25 rounds per minute respectively. So both are going to shoot a little bit slower, evening them out a little bit more with some of the other ARs in the game, not making them so overpowered and such a high rate of fire. They are also addressing a bug that would sometimes turn a player's weapon invisible while performing weapon switching and picking up simultaneously. So players can no longer pick up weapons while in the middle of switching them, or conversely switch weapons in the middle of picking up a new one. They've also ensured that the pyroclastic weapon skin now only unlocks at level 500 as it is intended. All of these changes are for the betterment of XDefiant. And while we're speaking of the betterment of XDefiant, let's talk about the netcode, because this has been the #1 pain point for this game ever since it originally launched. Even before it launched, back during the beta, people talked about the netcode so much. And unlike some of its competitors, they actually talk about the netcode not being good enough. They talk about potential fixes and how they want to go about it. So today, they made further reductions to netcode bandwidth, an ongoing process. And for those of you that don't really understand what's going on, they reviewed this in their Year 1 update that released in the middle of September, where by reducing the network bandwidth that was needed, they're actually able to send more packets, which will reduce packet loss, which will allow your connection to be more stable, allow the hit registration to feel more clean. This is how they are addressing the core issues around hit detection. I'll also link that down below if you want to read into it further, because I think this is the massive obstacle in the way of XDefiant's true success. If we're going to see XDefiant achieve all of its potential, the netcode needs to follow through. And once the netcode comes, we're going to see them absolutely ramp up the marketing for this game and the updates. This has been their #1 focus, and I really hope that after today's update, we see drastic improvements to the netcode. So I'd love to hear your thoughts about this down below in the comment section. Do you feel as if the netcode has been improving? Do you feel like it's improved after today's update? I'm very curious. Now, the last thing I want to touch on today is PC performance, because with today's update, they improved PC performance issues that have crept up since the launch of Season 2, particularly on the Emporium map. One of the complaints I saw after Season 2 launched was that the PC performance for players had dwindled, and this aims to fix that, and I'm happy to see it, because PC performance is massive. There is a massive player base here that is just going to play your game on PC. It's an accessible game, even though I think a lot of us wish the game was on Steam. It's still accessible through Ubisoft Connect, and it's free to play. So we love that, especially PC players, because we don't have to pay for any online services. It's honestly a great gig, but you need to ensure that your game is optimized for PC players. You need to make sure there's no hiccups to performance. And this is one of those things that crept into the experience for some that ruined their time, and you don't want that. You cannot have that, especially for a game that has struggled to maintain a player base. It seems as if people are looking for any reason to dip out as soon as they can with XDefiant. You need to stop giving them reasons. You need to give them reasons to stay. And updates like what we've received today are reasons why players should stick around. They're addressing some of the key issues the game has had. They've listened to the community by adding elements of the game to enhance the experience for its player base. These are positive things. This is why I believe so much in XDefiant. This is why I look to these developers and see a team that actually cares and is given some confidence by their publisher to actually be bold, to attack the problems head on and not shy away from them, to be transparent with the community, something that some of these competitors for XDefiant can only dream of. But that's all I've got to say about this new update. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, though, down below in the comment section. And again, the full patch notes will be down below in the description. I thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more videos from me, please hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time.